Good morning. Gosh, such a sunny day. Okay, let's I'm going to do a compass reading. Get my compass cards out of me. Just going to take a compass reading from my camera with my phone compass. Oh, pardon me, I'm stretching. Oh, that feels good. Right, so I'm going to right, let's have a look here. So let's recalibrate that. So just move the phone around a little bit, wiggle it around, just to get the compass going. It's very bright today, so I'm going to move Harry and Larry out the way. Harry and Larry are my two spider plants, and then I've got a little bonsai tree thing happening. It's taking its time though. I'm wondering if I've done it right. I might have. So anyway, I'm going to just there. Whoop. Hold on a sec. Line up the camera. Looks like it's 82 degrees. Oh, it's decided to go to 83 just as I took the photograph. That's just 1 degree, isn't it? Okay. So I kind of realised that I have been collecting quite a lot of these over the past year. I haven't done it for every single thing. You know, often I've forgotten to do it. I just do it as and when I remember to. I try not to cancel that. I'll send it off. Come on. So yeah, I've got a lot of. So in a sense, I've got a lot of data points here. In terms of compass readings. So if anybody is interested in that data, you're welcome to get in touch with me, and I'm happy to provide it to you. It will probably just be the photographs though. I haven't got round to writing it down or recording it anywhere else other than just having the images, but ultimately I realised there is quite a lot of data there. I mean, it's not overly regular in the sense that I've taken the readings at the same time every day, but ultimately from the scale of a day-to-day basis, it might give you a bit of an idea in terms of, I reckon it'll just be a reflection of itself anyway. That's the nature of our reality. It's a fractal reality. Everything is just a repeated pattern of what happened previously. It just but that's just the way the cycle goes, and then gradually as each cycle comes and goes, it fades out as new ones come in. It's like an arpeggio, and it's just like that, repetitive. It just goes round and oscillates and changes over time. Anyway, I'm just talking to myself here. I haven't even checked my live feed dashboard, so maybe I should do that. I just had a wonderful chat with Kat I just had a wonderful chat with my best friend, Kat. Well, I won't say she's my best friend because I don't have best friends. Everyone is my best friend. So. So how long, when did this start? This is like 5 minutes ago, so that would have been 8:45. There's time delay of up to 30 seconds. Maybe I will do, oh, maybe I should turn the sharp off on that. If I was to do that, maybe this. That. Oh yes, I need to put the the compass up. Right, okay, so turn that on, we'll go to this. I want to move you I'm going to move you over here. Excuse me? Like baking powder? Alright. I think that'll be fine. Weather today is sunny, with some clouds. Thing is, it makes more sense to put it over here. Just because A, the title is there, but also that area of the screen, for me personally, is quite annoying because there's not really much to I mean, you know, that corner is quite annoying. It's the bane of my stream, but unfortunately, I need to shoot it at this angle in order to get a good view without the window getting in the way. So if it was a case of the window or that bit of roof, I'm going for the roof. And so I'm going to put it there. So that's the reading from the previous compass settings. And now I'm just going to put that over here. Over here. Compass readings. To modify today. 83 degrees east. So, yep, there's like a dot in the sun, isn't there? Well, that's all about. Now, the reason why it's doing what it's doing is because so I've got the actual. So right now, this is the original Logitech video stream. Then I've just put a layer here. You won't even notice the difference. I'm literally off, on, off, on. Anyway, so put that there. So the iGlasses is no different. It hasn't got any effects on at the moment. It's totally naked. And let me see now. To be quite honest, adding an effect to this would just, so that's posterize, dot screen, crazy colors. Oh my god, what reality am I in now? A blueprint, which, you know, it's not that much different from normal. This one. Now this one is interesting. It even seems to be highlighting highlighting this bit, which is interesting. Let's have a look here. Got my telestrator up. Let's go down to 2. And we're going to go for white. This bit here. So if I was to shut off iGlasses a second. iGlasses is partially transparent as well. The iGlasses and the cam twist layers it's almost like Photoshop, right? So I'm doing this in layers. They both have color keys added to them, which means that I can select a color that will then allow it to go transparent you know, it's like selecting a particular type or color, and it will go transparent if it gets to a certain point. And then you'll see the layers underneath, and so they end up complementing each other, because whatever one layer doesn't get, the other layer does. So that's how it's the best way I can describe it. It's not the best terminology, it's probably not very accurate, but that's the best way I can describe how the system works. For me, it's very intuitive, so I don't tend to step by step these things for people. I just do it, you know, it just comes naturally. So anyway, that's iCloud, and then you've got Cam Twist, which is now over. Obviously, because of the iGlasses effect, it's the most, you know, strong dominating colours. So, you know, it literally, majority of iGlasses just disappears. What's this, I wonder? Okay, so watch this. It's interesting because that, I mean, it just grew wings, right? That thing just grew wings as it went past. And although it might be an effect, as you can see, this effect is very good at outlining contours and colour. So it wasn't adding anything that wasn't already there. See? So this layer, and then that layer. It's amazing, isn't it? You can actually see it. And you know, this is what people need to understand when it comes to things like effects, filters. People need to understand the difference between an effect and a filter. Now, some of these effects in iGlasses, for instance, some of them are quite helpful. Space alien or something. Love struck. I mean, some of these won't work. So that's the mirror one. My favorite, one of my favorites. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all? Mirror. Oink. Oink. Oh. Oink. 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 Right. This is an effect. This is an effect. In fact, to be honest, most of them are effects. But the thing is, some of these effects tend to be a combination of filters, filters and transformations. Looks like this one would be cut out or something. Anyway, but ultimately, a lot of it is just adjustments. A lot, you know. If this was computer generated, for instance, if there was anything computer generated here, it would be the algorithm that is generating the pulsating light through these contour lines, right? But the wonderful thing is that it inadvertently helps, because it just basically creates an outline of any significant color and contrast differences, tonal differences, and these color and contrast tonal differences actually help us to recognize what's going on and the differences and stuff that are happening. So I've got Cam Twist there, so I'm gonna. So that's turn it off now. Interesting. So it's not on there. Anyway, My favourite thing is the kaleidoscope. Personal favourite. It's my favourite one, mate. Yuck. Color invert. Ooh. Color invert. Ooh. Color invert. Hey, I'm a color invert. What are you? Oh. Anyway, I'm just having a funny one there. Tammy Sanford, hello. Hello, Tammy Sanford. Anyway, this is kind of overtaking the whole thing. Right. Lee, turn this off. Whoa, what's that? Oh, wow. Okay, so I put iGlasses second. Look, there's some kind of smear. That's very interesting. Oh, it's because I know why. I put color invert on the. See, that's what it's like without. But I put that on and. Oh, interesting. Very, very interesting. Yeah. Pixelite. Zebra. ASCII. Hey, I'm slightly slanted. No, I can't. It's fine. They do, don't they? I wonder how he is anyway. I haven't really had a chance to keep up with everybody. Oh, that's pretty. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my god, the sky's turned into a kaleidoscope. Literally. Literally. Or I could do this, right? Right, watch this. And then I do this. Oh, this is what I love about these programs. You can then start adding effects or filters onto these things. And you start building up these crazy, wonderful graphics. Hang on, let's see now. Upside down. Nope, 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 nope. It wasn't that one. It was kaleidoscope, wasn't it? Kaleidoscope. Kaleidoscope. Kaleidoscope is here to break away your fear and open up your heart. I need the mirror. Mirror, mirror. Okay. Okay. Now I'm just confused. So, is that after a kaleidoscope or before a kaleidoscope? I don't know anymore. I feel so confused. Mirror. I go before or after? Before or after? If I go like that, let's hang on. Which one should I figure? Get rid of my glasses a second. Oh, you can see how. Now what's going on here? Oh, take care, Tammy. Thank you very much for stopping by. I really appreciate that. And sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. although you probably wouldn't be able to do much about it if you're unconscious, so let's just hope they don't come by. But sweet dreams anyway. Have a lovely time in Dreamland. I hope you get to process all those downloads and wonderful bits of information that we've all been receiving. A few upgrades maybe. All you need is about 90 minutes per sleep cycle, so as long as you try and keep it for 90-minute periods at a time, you should wake up feeling quite refreshed. If you wake up in the middle of a sleep cycle, that's why you end up waking up feeling fucking dreadful, because you're like still half asleep. 90 minutes, so that's like 3 hours, or you can 3.5 hours, or you could have about 6 or 7. That's why they say 6 or 7 hours a day. So that's 4 sleep cycles, but really you only need about 4 hours. So I guarantee you'll feel better. I've been doing it myself. I think I sleep for about 90 minutes and then wake up feeling refreshed, and I just get on with it. I mean, it helps that I'm kind of stuck at home, not doing anything else other than streaming the sky, smoking cigarettes, and making artwork. But artwork that doesn't make any money. Anyway, I'll let you go. Talking way too much. And I'm going to just fix this up. So I want a kaleidoscope. I also want the mirror. Okay, so the mirror isn't such a good effect to use, so we're going to do something else instead. We want... What do we want? We want... Isn't it left, right mirror? There we go. Okay, so I go left, right mirror. Keep an eye on which one. Okay. Color invert. Exposure adjust. Gamma. And kaleidoscope. Okay, so then what will happen is I put my glasses on, put it there. I don't know what all that circle thing's all about then. Is that, it might be because of the sun. Let's turn kaleidoscope. Left, right, now. Gamma. Hey, what's the whole about? It's like a... Why is there a big circle in the middle? That doesn't even make sense. Colour invert. I put the cam twist up then. Turn the kaleidoscope off. Okay, so that's just... So this is all of them. This is sharpening. Exposure. Maybe I'll just put it to 50. Gamma adjust. I kind of like it at 55. I kind of like it like that with a bit more darkness, a bit more stronger dark tone. Left, right mirror. We could go the other way around. So if we went to LR flip, and then put that there. Oh wow, that's interesting, isn't it? I'll get rid of eyeglasses for a second. Oh, look at that. Colour invert. Okay, and then kaleidoscope. I could make it go a bit faster. Kaleidoscope. Nice. Let's do it at... Oh, okay. 1 point. 0.2. And then reflections. So that's 0 reflections, maybe 1. 0.02, 0.05. Okay, then what I could do is, this is my other favorite, cube. Then what I do is, I put cube inside kaleidoscope, cube even there, and you get something even more interesting. I'm thinking of add another concert filter too. I'm going to put that there. Four-dimensional kaleidoscope. I just have to turn up the next. Zero 0.09. Color invert. Left right flip. Well, this one might do. Let's see now. The sun in it though. Like the sun. Like the sun. No, just let's go inside the cube or outside the cube. Whoa. One. Now QB. Also, this is so now I'm going to increase it again. Interesting. Right, I'll put cube. There you go. In fact, then we can add things like tripping. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Trip to be compound I. could do this all fucking day. Oops. Film stock. Zebra. Zebra? What's Lisa? Cool, huh? Now this is computer generated, but what it's doing is it's just taking what was already there, and then adding the kaleidoscope algorithm, and then it's adding all these other things. So it's actually a combination. There's lots of filters and other things in there, but there are very subtle differences between a filter and an effect. And an effect is usually the result of a combination of filters and computer-generated imagery if you decide to use some of these effects, like this kaleidoscope one. It's quite mesmerizing though, isn't it? Right. Let's turn this bitch up. I need to stop using such language. It's not good for me. Not normally. I'm just being a bit careless today. Anyway, back to sky watching, I think. Always like to have a little bit of fun with this now and again, but it's not the main reason why we're here. It's interesting though. Always looks good when if I need some kind of crazy effect or something to make this to give some yeah, you could. It's just great live effects. I think it probably saves a lot of time in rendering. Anything else? Colouring birds? Normal. There you go. Absolutely normal. And there's a dot in the sky. What's that all about? How do I know? Whoa, whoa. Just having a cigarette. Oh yeah, this.
So check this out. What happened when I decided to sleep for 4 hours a day? So, do you ever think about how cool it would be if there were more hours in a day? You could easily have time for everything. Work, hobbies, friends and family, or just lazing around doing nothing at all. But enough dreaming. Let's get back to reality. The only way to make it happen is by sleeping less. But would that actually work without turning you into a tired grouch? Well, that science spoke to a man who one day decided that sleeping is for the weak and adjusted his daily routine to leave only 2 to 4 hours for sleep. And here's what he said. Where did the idea come from? Rumor has it that great minds like Leonardo da Vinci, Nikola Tesla, Salvador Dali, and a whole slew of other geniuses of the like practice so-called polyphasic sleep, which mean they slept for only about 1 to 4 hours a day. In a nutshell, polyphasic sleep is a sleep pattern where you drastically cut your bedtime during the night and add a couple of 20 to 30-minute naps throughout the day. It sounds a bit crazy, but in the end, you'll wind up with a few additional days every week. Plus, the most crucial stage of sleep, known as rapid eye movement sleep, lasts exactly 20 to 30 minutes, and this is the peak time for your brain to recharge and de-stress. Just like many other people, I'm pretty much always short of time. Every month I decide that I want to start going to the pool regularly, but instead I go home, lie down and binge on another YouTube marathon. I'm usually late for meetings and I procrastinate all my important tasks until the next day. So at one point, I decided that enough is enough and the time has come to try polyphasic sleep. Before we go any further, you should know that polyphasic sleep has a couple of possible schedules to pick from. If you want to try it, you can choose between 5 standard ones or from those practiced by history's finest, like Winston Churchill, who slept for 6.5 hours a day, or Nikola Tesla, who preferred to leave 2 hours and 20 minutes for snoozing. You can also do what I did and make up your own schedule. There are also different online time schedule calculators that can help you with it. So, my final sleep schedule consisted of 4 hours of sleep at night and 2 25-minute sleep breaks during the day, one after lunch and the other after my work shift. Here's how the next couple of days went. Day 1. The experiment started out fantastically, to be honest. I went to bed at 1:30 a.m. and woke up at 5:30. I had plenty of extra time before work, so I finally did all the housework and made a to-do list for the entire week. To keep up with the schedule, I brought a sleep mask and earplugs to work. After lunch, I just found a quiet place to really relax and try to fall asleep. I tried the same thing at home, but I couldn't fall asleep within 25 minutes. Well, I guess that'll change in the next few days. Day 2. Before I started this experiment, I had talked to a couple of people who tried it and managed to master this type of sleeping pattern. They warned me that it takes several weeks to get used to it. Until then, especially for the first 2 weeks, you basically feel like a zombie. And this is exactly what happened to me on day 2. I was incredibly tired and emotionally drained. Day 3. At this point, there was no today or tomorrow. All the days turned into one big blur. But I was finally able to fall asleep during my 25-minute breaks. However, I didn't feel any better after them. Every now and then I thought to myself, why on earth am I doing this? I should just quit. It took a lot of effort and willpower to overcome this rough patch and continue the experiment. Day 4. The blurry state of mind became almost a norm for me. If someone started to talk to me, I just stood there and stared blankly ahead of me. It took too much energy for me to keep up a conversation or even simply reply to questions. I spend most of my time staring off into space. My appearance also changed in the first 4 days, and definitely not for the better. I looked way paler, and my eyes were constantly bloodshot with dark circles under them. Maybe the worst is over, and it's going to get better from here. Day 5. I started getting a little accustomed to my new sleep schedule. As soon as I closed my eyes for a 25-minute nap, I could immediately enter deep sleep. I even woke up earlier than I needed to, and still felt a bit rested. I also had a lot of free time at night, so I decided to read more books and watch more documentaries. That's how I found out about a tribe in Brazil called the BRIO. People in this tribe never fall asleep. They just take 20-minute naps, leaning back against a tree from time to time. They believe that when you sleep for 2 minutes, you get the lesson of the control. That's how we introspective sleep, right? And I don't think they can handle too many hours. Day 6 and 7. I finally got 5 minutes to complete the years. I felt like I had been sleeping for a solid few hours instead of just 25 minutes. Mental blocks and cloudiness completely vanished, and my work capacity went back to normal. I was doing more than I had ever imagined I could. I was reading books and watching movies every evening, and I was able to stop drinking coffee entirely. Not to mention, I started going to the pool at long last. So, I'm back on track. Days 8 through 10. My creativity and stamina improved significantly due to the fact that I could properly recharge my brain in time and regain my strength. After the afternoon nap, it felt like a whole day had gone by, and I was able to find the best solution to a problem I couldn't figure out earlier. All of the obvious signs of my exhaustion had disappeared too, and my complexion went back to how it was before. My experiment continued to give some great results. I felt all right and was more productive than ever. Days 11 through 14. At this point, I decided not to stick to any certain sleeping schedule and just let my body decide for itself when the best time to rest was, and I felt really comfortable this way. I also pushed myself a little to know more about my limits, so I kept sleeping less and less through the night. It turned out that 2.5 hours of nighttime sleep is enough for me if I have my daytime naps. If I want to sleep even less at night, I should just add one more sleep break, and that's it. That's basically how I do it now. The pros and cons of polyphasic sleep. Pros. Number 1, productivity. I managed to knock out my entire day's to-do list before lunchtime. If this isn't the pro, then I don't know what is. It's become way easier to solve any problems and complete all my tasks. Number 2, no more alarm clocks. I've started to notice that I wake up before the alarm clock even rings, and I don't feel so grumpy about it either. I'm just ready to hop up and get things done. Number 3, healthy food. It was hard to fall asleep on a full stomach, so during my experiment, I ate mostly light meals and natural foods. The result was obvious. The feeling of heaviness in my stomach disappeared. I became more active, and I even saved some cash. It was definitely worth it. Number 4, more exercise and books. With less time spent sleeping, I have more time to develop myself both physically and mentally. I read all the books I wanted to, and I started going to the gym and the swimming pool. All this has resulted in me getting sick less often and feeling much more robust. Cons. Number 1, days turn into one big blur. I'm used to thinking of days as a series of dusks and dawns, but with polyphasic sleep, the days all become an endless time stream. Dusk and dawn are just signals for people to fall asleep or to wake up, and nothing more. Number 2, no more partying. I think I entered a serious, more mentally mature phase of my life during this experiment. From that time on, there were no go hard or go home parties with friends. And don't even get me started on alcohol. It ruins the whole schedule. I guess productivity requires sacrifices. Number 3, health-wise, it's not for everybody. In the beginning of the experiment, the drastic changes in your sleep are very hard for your nervous and circulatory systems. So be careful. Do your research and learn more about this topic before you start. My thoughts after the experiment. If your life is like one big to-do list that you just can't seem to keep up with, then polyphasic sleep is probably for you. All jokes aside, I definitely became more productive, and I have a lot of spare time that allows me to do everything I want and even more. On the other hand, it can be difficult since the whole world is on a completely different regimen. Your friends and family might think it's weird when you tell them you can't go out with them or ask them to pause a movie so you can take a nap. In any case, it's your choice to make. Just do your homework first and then go for it. If this sort of dramatic change isn't for you, don't worry. There are still lots of things you can do to improve your productivity. First of all, when you're trying to get something done, turn off your phone. It might sound a bit silly, but your phone is a huge distraction. You reply to one message here, read some news there, and within a few minutes, you're on Instagram checking out some new profiles or on Twitter debating some new topic. Just put it down or turn on airplane mode. Trust us, your level of productivity will definitely increase. Secondly, stop waiting for the perfect moment. If you want to do something, just do it. All the obstacles and roadblocks are in your head. In real life, it doesn't matter whether you start something on Monday or Thursday. What really matters is how much you work on it. Another thing is a messy workplace. You won't ever be able to do something quickly if your workplace isn't tidy. It just takes more time to find things and stresses you out even more. So clean it all up and learn to keep it that way. It's no surprise that people you surround yourself with make a huge difference too. Try to steer clear from negative Nancy's and Debbie Downers. You won't get any good energy or inspiration from my perspective. I think you're going for the sake of being depressed. They'll instead just criticize all your ideas and make you doubt yourself. And finally, learn to say no. It's a magical word that everyone should know. Don't overload yourself with too many tasks, some of which you don't even care about. Value your time and spend it on stuff that makes you happy and excited. Do you have any tips or if you're going to how to describe here? Tell us in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit the like button and share this video with all of your friends. Maybe you'll find someone that would like to try a polyphasic sleep schedule with you. Subscribe to our channel.
I think from this perspective, I see it as an awakening process, and then the universe going through this time. It's a backwards reality, my friend. It's a topsy-turvy backwards reality, my friend. My friend. It's fancy, truth. And it's fiction. I've done. Through a similar process as this described in this video, and I totally recommend, and it might not make sense at first, but yeah, actually it really does. It does work. Topsy-turvy. Say hi to my friend. day. I totally recommend it. So it's first. Oh. What? Wake up in the middle of that night. You feel groggy. You feel groggy. Wake up notch. Naturally, and if you wake up at the end of 2 to 3 sleep cycles, it's between 3 to 4. Well, before you slept, you wake up naturally at the end of 2 or 3 sleeps. Hours. I'm trying this person. Trying this process for a while now. I if general rules to use, if you wake up,
Top 10 tricks from a former FBI agent to become 200% attractive. Dr. Jack Schaefer, a former FBI agent and an author of the book The Light Switch, an ex-FBI agent's guide to influencing, attracting, and winning people over, developed a unique friendship formula and some simple laws of attractiveness. Do you want to know how to find a common language with anyone, anytime? Then listen carefully. Number 10. Start with bending your head to the side. Did you notice that women bend their head to the side more often than men? It's a similar method men use in business when they keep straight to emphasize dominance. In informal communication, the inclination of the head to the side is a sign of trust. Whenever you do that, your opponent feels like you're truly interested in what he or she is saying. Rolling your eyes with the head tilted back, however, is a combination you can avoid. Even if you do this as a joke, that signal is very often perceived as hostile. Number 9. Develop facial expressions. Play with the eyebrows. Eyebrows are a big deal these days, right? And they give certain signals to your opponent as well. For example, a good trick is to raise your eyebrows when you listen to people. It informs people that you don't intend to show aggression. You see, our brain recognizes this signal from a distance of up to 2 meters and perceives such a person as pleasant in communication. So, if you like the person you don't know, give them a quick, distant signal by lifting your eyebrows. Still keep a long eye contact when playing with eyebrows for a friend. That would only disturb you. Number 8. Learn to smile with the eyes without the grin. Remember lessons from childhood. They aren't so far from the truth. When the brain recognizes a sincere smile, it makes you smile back and starts producing endorphins that help you feel a little more joyful. Pleasant experience pushes people to continue communicating, and that's exactly what we need. With a real smile, small wrinkles around the eyes appear and cheekbones and the corners of the mouth move upwards. It's not that easy to fake this smile. You will just have to think about something funny and pleasant. Instead of cold gaze, tight smile. It won't distract you. Number 7. Forget the phrase "you're welcome." Never say
Too much money and time, nothing to deal
responding
with.
to a person for the service rendered to them. Instead, say, "You think you would have done the same thing if you were me."
No problem with that.
Such statements evoke a sense of reciprocity. A person feels the desire to do something for you in return to thank you. Never hesitate to ask a person for a small favor. For example, giving advice or helping to choose something. We like to feel important in front of others because it increases our self-esteem. Admit it. It's nice to be in the company of someone who admires you. And from now on, you're going to be this person. Number 6. Shift to a whisper. Emphasize without reason. To prevent awkward pauses in the middle of a conversation, use a light sympathetic statement relating to the last phrase of the person with whom you speak. This is a fairly simple way to continue a conversation and create a relaxed atmosphere. Whispering is perceived as an intimate form of communication. That's why, to take your relationship with someone to the next level, you should occasionally say certain phrases in whisper. To enhance the effect, you may say them to the person. Top 10 tricks from a former FBI agent to become 200% attractive. Dr. Jack Schaefer, a former FBI agent and an author of the book The Like Switch, an ex-FBI agent's guide to influencing, attracting, and winning people over, developed a unique friendship formula and some simple laws of attractiveness. Do you want to know how to find a common language with anyone, anytime? Then listen carefully. Number 10. Start with bending your head to the side.
Understand? Now, my stuff. Wow, now, alright, that's love. Strangest star in the universe. be ready for oh gosh. Oh my goodness, there's just too many. Oh, I have to admit, I'm a little bit drawn to this because I liked. I really liked Kevin Spacey in what was it? It's the last thing he did for Netflix. My experience of the event. The event is ongoing, guys. It hasn't ended. I don't even know. It's only just beginning. It's not something that just happens overnight. This Cryon video just seems too good to not watch. There. Not sure if you've seen any of my work. I've watch 2 and I've captured some excellent beautiful, crazy things too. It would be good to get connected. Accept into the Skype community. I try to watch as many videos as I can. You know what it's like, guys. We're all watching the sky, and in a sense, we're kind of watching the same thing. It just depends which direction you're looking in. But in essence, we are all looking at the same thing all the time. So, to a degree, what we're doing is we're not doing this for ourselves. We're doing this for people who don't watch the sky. I try to up with videos. You know what it's like. Ooh. Recording the same thing, maybe at different times in different locations, but we've already seen it. This our work, in my opinion, is an expression or interpretation of the sky. Actually, is an expression slash interpretation of the sky, and we're bringing to people that don't know, don't know but you know what it's like. The same thing different times, but we've already seen it. My opinion is expression slash interpretation of the sky. I bring it to you, but don't know, pay attention. And with sex, up and embracing the marvels and wonders that are anything above us. Whatever they are, I'm choosing to see positively, with gratitude and compassion. Positively, gratitude in my heart. Crazy capitalism. Too. Got Jen's there. She's not a Skywatcher though. Well, I know she watches it, right? She doesn't tend to post footage though. So I should be on there too. Okay, I need to look at Oh man. What's this? Sound?
The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist. No one ever really believed. Do you believe in him, brother? Keaton always said, I don't believe in God, but I'm afraid of him. Well, I believe in God. And the only thing that scares me is Kaiser Soze.
Kaiser Soze? Kevin Spacey is apologizing to fellow actor Anthony Rapp over a new harassment claim. Rapp said Spacey made a sexual advance on him when he was 14 years old. Rapp appears on the CBS All Access series Star Trek Discovery.
Him.
He said by sharing his story, he is, quote, standing on the shoulders of the many courageous women and men who have been speaking out to shine a light and hopefully make a difference.
Netflix announcing the end of House of Cards, and Spacey also losing an award, isn't that right?
That's right, Rob. And we all know Kevin Spacey has been one of the most praised actors in Hollywood. But this morning, he is now facing a storm of criticism on social media and beyond. Good morning. Spacey tweeted he does not remember the alleged encounter which Rapp detailed in an interview with BuzzFeed. Still, Spacey says he's beyond horrified by the story. He says it has encouraged him to do something he's never done before, publicly acknowledge that he is gay. Rapp says he recalls being alone in Spacey's apartment after a party. My impression was that he was drunk and picked me up, and then he lays down on top of me. I was aware that he was trying to get me sexually.
But he was.
Spacey, starred in Netflix series House of Cards, is a two-time Oscar winner.
Two-timing Oscar winner?
Spacey also under fire for his reaction to actor Anthony Rapp's allegations that when he was just 14, 1 year before he started adventures in babysitting.
Where are you going?
Spacey made sexual advances toward him after a party when they were both on Broadway. Spacey was 26. Spacey apologizing on Twitter, saying he was beyond horrified to hear Rapp's story, but also using the same apology to open up about his sexual orientation. In my life, I have had relationships with both men and women. I choose now to live as a gay man.
Well,
That
well
statement
done.
drawing fire,
Maybe
many
you should
say
have done it
addressing
at
his
a
sexuality
separate
was a
time.
tactic he was using to
deflect,
distance himself
yeah.
from the allegations of his own life.
Oh gosh.
Completely separate from addressing allegations of being a sexual predator.
Yep.
You could argue that coming out as gay in this particular
We are not your scapegoat, bitch.
allegations against him.
Right in the news right now, we did the story about Kevin.
We're not your scapegoat,
This
mate.
speaks to your
It's
life.
nothing to do with being gay.
It's the issue of
This is all about,
it's been very much in your life and controversial with you. What is your reaction to the story?
Well, it's amazing that the left is eating its own. It's going for its own people.
Oh,
What
shut
I
up.
found absolutely disgusting about his response, as somebody who's been a victim
Who
of
is
that
that?
earlier in my life, is that his excuse was, oh, well, if I did it, I don't remember, it was a long time ago, I was drunk. And by the way, I'm gay, as a way of sort of saying, well, so
Yeah.
I'm untouchable, so I must
It's
enter
not-
the victim class.
it's not a
I'm allowed to
fucking-
criticize.
Yeah,
In
it's
doing
not.
that,
It's
he
not an
conflated
excuse.
one thing, right? You know, the gay
Sexual
rights
identity has
activists
nothing to
painted
do with
everything
the
else.
choice
Was conflating
to
gay people with child
sexually
molesters.
assault
That's
somebody,
exactly
is
what
it?
he's done. He's literally committed the cardinal sin of gays in public life.
As you know, people who are anti-gay, many people who are anti-gay, do exactly that. Say that
I think in the
gays can't-
past that was true.
gays can't have children, so therefore they have to.
He can have children.
I
He
think
can
in the past
adopt.
that was true.
Was true.
And what has Kevin Spacey done? Confirmed that bigotry. Confirmed that nasty insinuation. Well, thanks, Kevin Spacey. And you know what it shows also is that
Oh, that's the leaf.
this sort of liberal social justice victimhood identity politics stuff.
Oh,
If you're a
fuck
member
off.
of a protected
I'm
class,
liberal.
you get special passes.
Nothing-
And that's what I
this-
meant with
this
this
isn't-
with anything. What I
It's
really
not
meant
about all of that stuff, man. Stop bringing it down to liberal right and left. This isn't about right and left. This is about right and fucking wrong.
Accusing or being upset with Kevin Spacey.
And neither the right or left can
Well, there should
have
but it's
the
interesting his reaction was designed
neither the
to
right or the
elicit
left
particular
have
protective response. And that protective response is a result of identity politics.
We gotta ask you too. You know, obviously you're sick and tired of Kevin Spacey, but how was it working? Because he's such a great actor.
Cloud like a great
Yeah, but you know what?
We could just talk about how Sparks being
Space
awesome.
rights being
Yeah,
wrong.
Yeah, it has to, or it's because obviously it's a great project to be involved with as an artist and creatively. And when things kind of
It is a shame about
shocked, or were you like, yeah, I kind of suspect.
about that show though, because it was a very good show. It wasn't just Kevin Spacey that was doing it. This is sad. It's a sad thing.
You know, he was very friendly to me.
I understand. I don't go the same way he goes, but I'll be honest. I look at you and I'm like, I get it.
You get it? You're straight, you get it?
He was friendly.
What's that? What's that all about? That's like saying, hey, I'm a straight guy, but you know what? I recognize you're a beautiful man, and if you were to come on to me, I probably wouldn't mind.
But do you look back and go, oh yeah, that was a little...
Look, man, I remember being on that set. I remember him really rubbing me the wrong way. You know, it's funny.
Literally.
You know, I was working with at the time, people in my life remember me saying it. A lot of people reached out to me, you know, when that happened. And I think for me, you got to understand, you know, I started out in this thing. You know, I was a theater actor, and when I was a young man, I flew to London, and it was a crazy opportunity for me. And the first
Magic
thing
word, life
that
with
I
me
did
forever, and
was
that's my long time.
Kevin Spacey. 4.5 hours play with him right there, and I was sitting in the front row, looking with my neck straight up, and I remember when that play was over, I just jumped up and gave a standing ovation, just something like this thing would do or something, and she looked like that, and it was an unbelievably sort of like transformative experience in my life watching what he did. He was one of my favorite actors. You know, going on to that set, you know, and working with him, I wasn't very much, and I wasn't really in a situation to judge. But when I was there, he really rubbed me the wrong way. I thought he was a bit of a bully. I thought he was. I thought that he. I didn't really care for the way he was behaving towards some of the other people on set. And
Sexually or aggressive?
I think a combination.
When someone is happy that you're there, let's just say when somebody who's maybe into you and you're not into that person in general, how do you allow them to know, I'm glad you're happy, I'm here, but we're not going to be professional. How do you allow them to know?
I mean, I think it's to me, it's pretty simple. You know, I mean, what's he gonna do? You know, you can't. I mean, I'm just being, you know, I'm talking to him and I'm being polite and I'm laughing. You know, like if we're having fun, but you know, it's just.
Did he try to get touchy and handsy feeling?
No. One time when he was like, Joe, we're doing this big scene, and there was a lot of extras around.
Are they gay?
I walked in, it was like my second day, and he'd already been shooting. And he was in the middle of changing his shirt. And then I walked in, and he was like, Joe! He was like, very happy.
A little bit.
And then while I walked up, he was like tucking in his shirt, and then, but his, you know, the pants was buttoned just a while. So while he was like tucking in, he like ran his hand through the flyer and wanted to shake my hand that way.
Through his fly?
So I was like, yeah, I give you a business. Like that was.
And then he turned around.
So when you say that you weren't shocked, is it because you had heard things, or just because like anybody that tries to shake your hand through their fly probably gets something going on?
No, but I mean, I think, you know, with Kevin, it was sort of. I mean, I don't want to like get into it too much, but
Sure.
it's like he heard stories. You know,
It's all rumors.
Yeah.
Who do we have that said, John Bernthal came on and he was talking about, and he said that he was abusive to people on set. I was surprised that John said that, but he goes, did you notice that, was he
On Baby
obviously he was
Driver.
nice to you.
On Baby Driver.
Yeah, but did you see, was he yelling at people or no?
No. I mean, he was perfectly professional.
Oh, okay, so you saw the better side.
You know, acting towards people in a way that I remember at the time thinking, man, if that was a woman that he was talking to, you know, I would have done something, I would have said something, and I was really happy to sort of get out of there, and I remember, you know, for that reason, and I just remember losing a ton of respect.
Well, because he's just a bit bitchy, is that the issue?
Anything
like some of the allegations that have come up against him. And I think it's
what other allegations? I mean, I don't know enough about
some shit that I don't know about.
Right.
But the kind of man he was when I saw him working with him made me lose all respect for him, and I was enormously disappointed.
Oh,
It kind of is
man.
amazing, though.
That
That,
is
like in the
shame.
last year, all these big projects that you're doing end up somehow getting attached to these big
Other
awful
stories,
news
right?
stories. Yeah. You know what, man? It's tough because right now everybody's got a voice, and it's so easy to sort of. It's so easy to have your voice heard. There's great things about that, and there's negative parts about it as well. And the fact of the matter is, if you behave like a monster, nowadays you're gonna get called out for that shit.
Yeah, and you should.
You should, man. And like times need to change with that.
It sounds like he's kind of exaggerating
it's
it.
like, look, there's one thing in the world.
Looking at his face.
And I think that people have been getting away with this shit for too long. It's funny, we were just talking about it before I did Howard this morning, and we were talking about
because he's stuttering a lot,
so scared.
and
somebody made a really good comment. Like, the people who are
he's
scared,
not really saying very much either.
I think the thing that we have to watch for is it's an industry where people want to bring attention to themselves.
Did anyone warn you, like, about Spacey, or was there kind of word out there that he's kind of a creep or he's an asshole?
Yeah, I'd heard. I mean, not really. I mean, I had heard stories. I had heard stories, but to me, it's like I'm there to go do a job. You know what I mean, I'm there to go do a job, and like man, I'm not gonna. I walked onto that set, and I'm just like, I got immense respect for this guy. He's one of my favorite actors. He's enormously talented. So that's what I walked in with, and it didn't take a long time for me.
How long until you're like, oh?
No, it didn't take me long.
What do you want me to talk about? A fraud? No, it wasn't a fraud, but I'll be glad to talk to you if you'll shut up and let me talk. A fraud? Let me tell you something. I'll tell you a couple of stories about fraud. The Bohemian Club, as you say, the Bohemian Club, that's where all those rich Republicans go up and stand naked against redwood trees, right? I've never been to the Bohemian Club, but you ought to go. It'd be good for you. Get some fresh air.
Consider yourself a Catholic. What happens when you worship Moloch at the Bohemian Grove? New York Post says that male prostitutes are shipped into the Bohemian Grove.
Really? Jesus Christ.
Can you tell us what happens there?
You actually believe all this junk?
Bill Clinton said that Republicans run around naked in the woods there.
As you say, the Bohemian Club, that's where all those rich Republicans go up and stand naked against redwood trees, right?
Against?
I've never been to the Bohemian Club, but you ought to go. It'd be good for you. Get some fresh air.
Redwood trees?
And you don't want to know what Richard Nixon said about the place.
Bohemian Grove that I had. But it is amazing about this. There never had been a sense of growth. It's just terror.
That's the place you attended. It's a secret society. Can you tell us at least who invited you?
It's nice to know that there are some people who have fantasy lives that have nothing to do with. Nice to have you. Bye-bye.
You can't answer the question. You can't? You answer the question.
Don't be rude.
One last question. I read a Washington Times article many years ago where you had a comment about the organization, and then now it's been in the Wall Street Journal, it's been in a lot of different newspapers, and that's the Bohemian Grove. And back in, 1996, when you joined as a Clinton advisor, the Republicans were criticizing you. Oh, what about Bohemian Grove? And then you countered, them by saying, "Hey, I don't run around in the woods naked." What did that mean? Here is the before-mentioned Washington Times article. He said, "I didn't run around naked like they do."
I don't know what quote you're referring to. I'm not aware of any quote like that. Listen, I am a happy member of the Bohemian Grove. I like the folks who come there, and it's really inappropriate for me to talk about the group beyond that.
Have you been there for the ceremony with the cremation of care?
Frankly, I don't think that's something I need to talk to you about.
Yes, sir. First
What if it's just a big gay cabaret show?
At the Bohemian Grove Club, sir. The club which openly has mock child sacrifices and satanic worship, sir. Can you answer my question, sir, please?
I was very pleased. I was very pleased with my performance in the debate. It was a good debate.
What about the Bohemian Grove Club, sir? That's very important. They do mock human sacrifices there, so you reported being there.
I was very pleased with my performance in the debate.
So rather than you ignore my question, sir, can we have an open dialogue? If you want to be president, let's have an open dialogue. You just ignored me, sir. It's not nice. It's not.
This morning up a storm out at Bohemian Grove over there. Human sacrifices, a male prostitute shipped in there yearly. I should like to know what goes on over there.
That's respectable stuff.
I know, isn't it? It's disgusting.
What you're doing is not.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about what the governor does over there yearly at Bohemian Grove.
This is about the debate. This is not an open news conference.
With the governor, there's
When do they have an open news conference?
AIDS and healthcare, the same stuff over and over.
Governor, Bohemian Grove, actually. You said before that did you or did you not attend Bohemian Grove in San Francisco? You've been ignoring this question for 3.5 years, Governor.
Have you been there for the ceremony with the cremation of care?
Frankly, I don't think that's something I need to talk to you about.
Really?
That's right.
I'm Alex Jones, and I snuck in there in 2000. I'm the guy that blew it wide open. We got the video. It's been on national TV.
Well, I disrespect you for that.
You do?
I do.
There's a lot of big public officials going in there.
You took
me deserve to know.
You took it. I don't know anything about you. I don't know anything about your film. But if you go in there with an understanding, you violate that understanding by releasing that film. I don't respect you. I'm sorry. You took an understanding when you went in there that you would not do that film. And did you have an understanding when you went in there?
No.
Did you crash it?
Yes.
Yeah, and it has no trespassing signs there too, doesn't it?
No, they put
Yes.
that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You went in there legitimately. Okay, let's have a look at this.
Echt een dikke buik, hè, die moeder. Ze gingen vrij. Ja, ze gingen dus vrij. Heel goed.
They made love. Netherlands sex ed. I need to read this. Sorry, I'm just putting honey in my coffee.
Kids have questions. What does my body look like? And why is my...
Echt een dikke buik, hè, die moeder.
Mother had a big tummy, so did they make love? Yes, they made love. Very good. In the Netherlands, sex ed is mandatory in primary school. Kids learn about their relationships with their bodies and as early as 4 years old.
Questions. What does my body look like? And why is my body different from my sister or my brother or my friend?
Door al met jonge kinderen op een open en ontspannen manier te praten over relaties en seksualiteit, wordt het een heel normaal onderwerp.
In Nederland wordt het ook heel belangrijk gevonden.
This is a relationships, political oh, okay.
We hebben zeg maar opgelegd dat we denken dan, oh ja, dan gaan we over seksuele vorming hebben, maar dan gaan kinderen misschien wel heel vroeg juist aan seks beginnen. Maar dat blijkt dus niet zo te zijn. Want doordat ze het weten, wordt het juist uitgesteld. Want dan is het helemaal niet meer zo interessant.
I'm going to find this, see if this is equivalent on YouTube.
How to act when they do not want some behavior or when they think it's unacceptable or when they change their mind in the course of an act.
We praten over de puberteit, verkering krijgen en over het hebben van seks en over wat ze belangrijk vinden bij de eerste keer seks. Ook informeren we ze over de verschillende anticonceptiemiddelen die er zijn en over hoe je die gebruikt.
Okay, here we go.
The Dutch have a way of being sort of pragmatic and open about issues. So sexuality is part of everyone's life, so that's how we address it.
Don't have sex, because you will get pregnant and die.
I'll watch this probably on here.
Echt een dikke buik, hè, die moeder. Ja, ik heb hem dus vrij. Heel goed.
The age of 4, kids have questions, what does my body look like? And why is my body different from my sister or my brother or my friend?
Door al met jonge kinderen op een open en ontspannen manier te praten over relaties en seksualiteit, wordt het een heel normaal onderwerp.
In Nederland wordt het ook heel belangrijk gevonden. Door de politiek, door de minister. Het is ook bij wet zeg maar opgelegd dat we denken dan, oh ja, we gaan overal seksuele opvoeding hebben, maar dan gaan kinderen misschien wel heel vroeg juist aan seks beginnen. Maar dat blijkt dus niet zo te zijn. Want doordat ze het weten, wordt het juist uitgesteld. Want dan is het helemaal niet meer zo interessant.
How to act when they do not want some behavior, when they think it's unacceptable, or when they change their mind in the course of an act.
We praten over de puberteit, verkering krijgen en over het hebben van seks en over wat ze belangrijk vinden bij de eerste keer seks. Ook informeren we ze over de verschillende anticonceptiemiddelen die er zijn en over hoe je die gebruikt.
The Dutch have a way of being sort of pragmatic and open about issues, so sexuality is part of everyone's life, so that's how we address it.
Don't have sex, because you will get pregnant and die.
Which ones? There's quite a few. No sex marriage. Masturbation, loneliness. Amsterdam, red light district. 10 things the Dutch do better than Americans. A plumber. Anyway. You know what? I'm subscribed to so many people. I'm finding it really, really hard to keep up and do my work as well. Observe the Passover inside of you.
Greetings, dear ones. I am Cryon of Magnetic
Service. When was this recorded? Why can't you put dates on them, you idiots?
Again, we are here.
Here.
In a way that may seem strange to many.
They really do add the reverb on this, don't
I
they?
want you to get used to hearing this voice.
Voice.
I want you to understand the reality that is here.
Here?
You would ask yourself, human being,
mimicking?
Is this real? You might say, Cryon, I'm having a hard time believing. Believing that you're really
Don't stop believing.
But the voice comes from the other side of the veil. It's just...
The voice.
It's so difficult. If that's what you're saying today, human being, I will say, blessed are you. These are honest words. Coming from one who is struggling to work out of the And what happens?
The sky looks so clear today. I think we've got
If you ask the right questions of your own self, of your own belief, of your own psyche.
Oh well.
You start getting
I need to get on with my shit. What's that?
For if indeed it is a quantum experience, on the other side of the veil, if indeed I am linearizing this conversation and presenting it to my partner, if this is true, this is a quantum experience. And that means that language is only a small part of it. But the audio that you would hear or the words that are seen on the page, such a small part of it. We have spoken of something called the third language. This third language, identified some time ago, is not a language in linearity, which is the third one. It is a language of the catalyst of the three. We use the three in numerology to represent a catalytic action number. That is to say that all of you have the ability to receive what is being given at a level which is quantum and not language.
That's
and
ridiculous.
Not words on a page. Even the reader of this particular message can ask for a quantum experience and be in the session with those who are in the session. Art and music. We've told you that they are quantum. We have told you how you could go into the Louvre and watch a painting.
Yes, you can.
That you can immerse yourself so completely that you can see and feel the artist creating it. That you become one with the creator of the painting. So much is there that is not for the human eye. And this is the one who appreciates the art. Music touches your very soul. All of the notes playing.
Music makes you lose control, lose control, lose control.
It is one of the only arts where all of that can be presented together and there's no limit to the number of musicians on a stage. But you can't do that with speech, can you? No limit to the number of colors on a palette. You can't do that with speech, can you?
Can you?
There's a little bit of quantum in everything, if you look. So look for it here before we start. A message that is not going to be a quantum one filled with love necessarily, although it is. But we're choosing to do something unusual. We're going to give you some science. We've chosen perhaps an odd place for that. But we haven't. For we think in a quantum way. We wanted to come to this place. We want to honor those who built this building. We want to honor the ancestors who are listening. We've come to a very quiet place in the stillness of a Southwest. In order to give a message of clarity, of purity, so that others will also receive it in that fashion. So it is not about the message at all, as it is about the delivery. It is about the energy of where you sit. It is about the preparation that we give my partner sitting in this place. And so are we. When we give a scientific message, when we give suggestions, I ask my partner to go very slow. Some of this has been revealed to him and some of it has not. I ask him to proceed slowly, for it will be seen and read clearly, and much will be seen around it. For what follows in this message is not just esoterics. There will be a practicality, and there will be physicists poking at it. And that makes my partner nervous. It is not going to be complex. For even the one sitting in the chair who doesn't understand science will still receive what they need to receive through the third language, and will understand why these things are being given. And all through this, the entourage which is poured into this place, which represents the ancestors of all of you, resounds even with the builders of this building, of the consciousness that allowed it to be planned so for the display of ceremonies that it has on a regular basis, and what that means to the earth and the land, to continue to hear the ancients giving the sounds that they have given for so long. All of this wrapped into this building, into this place, where my partner gives a message of science. Not necessarily a long one, but one which you have to hear. It's about the environment. And let us start with assurance. Let us review one more time that what you are seeing in weather changes on this planet you have not created by yourselves with human
failed units.
What you have called global warming is not global warming at all. And I say it again, it is part of a cycle that always was. The North Pole has melted several times and come back several times. It is waxing and waning. The water evaporation cycle that has been here before, it is here sooner than expected, and that is alarming. If you were to ask Gaia, the actual energy of Gaia right now, to come into this place, Gaia would give this message: humans have not caused this. Could it be any clearer? And I give you this information so there would be no alarm sounded of things that you would have to change drastically and dramatically. Now, at the same time I would say that, I would say this: there is a mandate to change your energy. What you put into the air is significant, for it is a hazard to your health. What you put into the air hurts humanity, not necessarily Gaia. Gaia is more resilient than you think. Gaia adjusts in ways you don't expect. Gaia takes care of Gaia. Clean up the air, and you will live longer. And that is one of the subjects today. It's going to get colder. That's one of the subjects of today. You're going to need more energy. That is the subject of today. And we have given you the steps of creating energy easily. And we've given you advice in the past. And one of them we wish to revisit. For it's time for you to think out of the box of three-dimensional when it comes to some of the things that we have discussed with you. You think in a straight line. You don't think past necessarily certain things that you assume. At the same time I give you this information, I will also tell you that this particular information is already known on the planet. It is the way of it. We do not give you something that has not already occurred to a human being. Free choice is what we have told you is the operative word, even in science. This must have occurred, and a human being must have had a situation where they're actually aware before we will give you a message like this. And the reason we do it is because one human being aware sometimes can do nothing about it. But the thought is given. When these thoughts are given to humanity, they normally land on the planet in more than one place. That is to say, epiphanies of discovery happen all at once, usually 3 to 4 times, in order to assure that they will not be lost. And so I'm going to add this voice.
In addition to...
There is tremendous energy available from the earth for free. It is not free energy, for you have to build and extract to get it. But it's everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. It is called geothermal energy. And it goes like this. Below your feet. Not very far. Not really. It's hard.
Diagnosis
For you to drill down
would have
and create steam. If you can create steam through natural process of thermal energy of the planet, you can drive turbines and create electricity. That will create heat. There are other ways to create heat as well, using even the geothermal heat itself. You're fond of steam engines, and you've been using them very, very long time, and you continue to. Today's nuclear reactors are simply very, very expensive steam engines. Where you heat water, you create steam, and you drive turbines. So we are giving you something to think about. When nuclear power, as good as it is not clean. There is a side effect. And you know what it is. When there are waste products which are dangerous, and you know it. As clean as it is, there is still something you have to dispose of. Geothermal, there is no thing you have to dispose of. But it is dangerous. And now we open the discussion. If you can drill approximately 5 kilometers down, you will find enough heat. Now 5 kilometers to you is not that far in a straight line along the surface of the earth. Many of you walk that distance to school and work. It's not that far. But if you're going to drill down technically, it becomes difficult and dangerous. Not just dangerous for the drillers, but dangerous for the planet. On the way down, through the crust of the earth, to the 5 kilometer mark, you go through pockets that you might know are there, releasing gas perhaps, releasing fire perhaps, releasing water perhaps. If nothing else, sometimes you interrupt what we will call the integrity of the lubricant of the shale itself. And what I'm saying here is you might even advance the potential of an earthquake, all by drilling down only 5 kilometers. And so I'm going to give you the answer. And now I'm saying, think out of the box. All along, you're thinking that you're going to drill down and put a pipe of water in it. What if I told you you only had to drill down a fraction of that distance, and you could find enough heat to boil? And you'd say impossible. Oh, it exists over the hot spots of the earth, but you might know it doesn't exist in most of the places we're asking you to drill. Well, it will work if you don't use water. It's time to marry the highest technology that you have on the planet with things you didn't expect to marry them with. And this is thinking out of the box. This is becoming a little more quantum, seeing the entire picture instead of just seeing what you think it should be. There are solutions, and you know what they are, and they're elegant. It will boil at a fraction of the temperature of the water. And this is the answer. Learning to use those substances and those fluids and that chemistry into a geothermal machine that doesn't have to drill down 5 kilometers. How about 2? And we tell you this because you're going to need to do this. And if you do it, and if the advice is followed, you'll find that the timing and the synchronicity of discovery is at hand. That is to say, you will understand that these things will fall together. You will get the steam engine, and it won't take 5 years to build, and it won't be dangerous, and you don't have to cover it with a shell. Much easier. It won't pollute, and you don't have to worry about being next to it. going to drive electricity. And you're going to need to heat homes and businesses. Because eventually, it's going to get cold. That's number one. We're going to give you one other invention. Now, this also has been presented on the planet. This has been thought of and not acted upon. This actually is not all that new. But I will tell you that there is a situation at hand where it was inappropriately purchased and pocketed. So I'm going to give it to you, so the public can see it, and anyone with synchronicity who listens to the message and reads the words will understand it. Even you sitting in the chairs will understand it. And the scientists and the physicists will then have to implement it. The resource that this planet is going to need the most. As the population grows, as the weather changes,
naturally, this would have impacted my performance. This would affect the stress about the funding for the course. Some time from England, and due to the 2011 Student Support Act. Limitations on finance students were implemented. This meant I had through a process proving that I was ill. From conditions I have forced me to to exit on previous occasions. Since undergraduate study. This was a long process. It's a long process, and still to this day, I am unclear as to how many years of funding I was able to get back. Possibility of finding myself at the end of year two with no means of finance. Year two with no means of finance. And the following year has been two with no further means of financing over me, particularly as student finance have not clarified for me what the exact amount, the exact years of funding I am entitled. I don't like using that word. Years of financing available to do a undergraduate course. I've sent emails recently asking to contact. I have these services. However, I have not received any response or anything further. I must stress the funding for the course was entirely from Student Finance England, and due to the 2011 Student Support Act, subsequent limitations on financing students were implemented. This meant I had to go through a process of proving that I was ill or suffering from conditions that would have caused me to exit a course. Exit a course on previous occasions. That would have caused me to exit undergraduate previous occasions of undergraduate study. Course. Previous occasions. Since 1999, I have attempted undergraduate. At various academic institutions. Thank you. I've attempted on several occasions. I've attempted several. I've attempted. I have attended. I've attended several courses at various institutions. 2001, I was diagnosed with depression, and from there, things got disabled. No, I can't say that either. Since I've attended. Getting the knowledge, experience, and debt, but rarely the credits or qualifications to make any difference. In 1999, I spent a few months at Alfred's College. Winchester University. Alfred's College. Where's my fish? Course just wasn't for me. Wasn't what? Right. Of course. The course was not. Did not meet my expectations. And I made a mistake, but she mistake both of them. It was the one on. In 2000, I began Again, a new media. Again, new media production. Production. Bournemouth University. Completing year 1 and falling in year 2. Subsequently exiting the course due to depression. I was very much interested in this course. No, depression. I was due to return, but due to economic constraints. To repeat the year, however, I had to take time out to returning in 1 to 2 years. However, due to economic constraints, this was not viable. I did, however, achieve certificate of education and credits. However, I don't think these have been taken into account in respect of my original application, or at least if they have been, I don't know about it. 2009, I moved to London to return to education. However, after six months, I relapsed into major depression. Subsequently attempting to take can't even remember. South Bank. They're after depression. I'm not going to put that bit in there. Depression. Again. Again. By the time I reconsidered my position. Reconsidered my position. 2011. Was implemented. Courses were funded. Funded. What was the problem with South Bank University? There wasn't a problem. I actually made some good work. I mean, I think it was a little, it needed a bit of oomph to it, but I love doing the video work. I'm just thinking aloud here, guys, because I keep forgetting that I'm doing a live stream as well. Have you noticed how it hasn't changed at all? It just seems to be the same damn sky. So I think what I might do is end it here for a bit and give it some time and see what happens. Maybe things will get interesting again, but it seems that my mind and concentration is my mind and concentration is elsewhere at the moment, so it might just be for the best that I just looking at the dashboard now, and I'm going to have a look and see what the footage has been like over the last few minutes. What, 2.5 hours? So the clouds are yeah, I'm going to end it there. I'll be back a bit later, I hope. So I will see you guys in a bit. Even though there's no one there.